Alright, welcome back to another video. It's October 8th today. I'm over here outside by this John Deere 2750. Put it on the blower when I got home from college today, which was around, let's say half an hour ago, just over, to pump some air up into the silo. So I'm going to set up this silo tonight. We got corn silage in here, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring the cord up and a fork up, and I'm gonna level it and get the unloader set up. Alright, we made it in the silo. I managed to bring that big cord up at the same time as the fork, just because I'd rather have a hard climb one time bringing up that big cord that's about that thick. Yeah, it's a big cord, but I'd rather struggle to bring that up in the cord in one go. They climb up, down, just a little easier and a little faster that way. So I'm gonna go ahead now and level off this silo. It's alright, it could be better for being level, but yeah, I still got the blower running outside the silo, putting in some fresh air, and the blower's been running for around an hour now, so it took me a little bit to find everything and get ready to climb. Alright, I got the silo leveled out. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be, because we have a ring drive silo unloader, not a pack drive. If you have an old pack drive silo unloader, you'd have to do a little bit better of a job leveling, but I don't get too worried about that. Yeah, so I'm gonna give Dad a call, or someone. Dad's still feeding cows, but whoever is available, and they're gonna lower the unloader down. Looks like we need about 3 doors. So yeah, then I'll get the unloader set up. See, that wheel is caught over there. I'm just gonna pull it back out. It would sort itself out, but if I see it, I might as well deal with it. There you go, Dad just lowered it. So I'm gonna get it set up. Unfortunately, this year we did not pack as much feed in this silo as I'd hoped. We could have filled another 2 doors. I like the silos a lot better than the egg bags, so that's why I say that's a little unfortunate. And also, these 2 doors are already paid for. We have the silo, but the egg bag wasn't, but it didn't really matter that much, so whatever. We'll get it set up. First I'm gonna clean all the feed off, but the unloader really isn't that dirty, so we should be good. Alright, I got the unloader mostly cleaned off. I'm gonna go ahead and get the blower set up and then pull all the feed out of the blower so it doesn't plug. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I gotta untie this rope here because I had it tied up so that this wouldn't slide and catch anything. Or I'll just cut it. Ah, yeah, there you go. Okay. And now I'll put this up here and set that up. And there'll be only a couple more things to do and we'll be feeding out of here. Alright, now we have these 2 wheels again. I'm gonna get this one put back on. It's on a spring. Helps keep the unloader centered in the silo. And if you don't take the spring off, it'll get to the top there. The wheel will go over the stave, and then you won't be able to get it off. Because already, even though I pulled the wheel back, the unloader still got caught on there, and it was a little bit of a mess, but we got it figured out. Anyway, so yeah, this wheel turns this way so that when it rides up on the silo, it can just wheel up instead of dragging along the side. There we go, all set up. Oh, there's a little bit of stuff here that I missed. There'll always be a little bit. So I changed doors in this silo. I'll keep cleaning it off. But yeah, there you go. I just had to plug it in, because that's always the last thing I do. That way nothing can happen. Because if I recall properly with this silo, if you hit the button on and you turn the breaker off, and it's still plugged in, the silo will turn off, but if you turn the breaker on again, the silo will keep running. So it's just much easier to plug it in last, in case anything is going to happen. Then yeah, when I have my hands in the blower, I'm clogging it, then it can't turn on. So there we go. I'm going to give Dad a call, and he'll run it a little bit. We'll make sure all the feed comes out. This motor here is covered in stuff too. I'm going to scrape all that off, otherwise it might overheat. But there you go. Dad just ran it, and we didn't get any feed out, but the blower was pumping air out, so it's all good. I'm going to climb down, and then we can feed out of this silo starting tomorrow morning, I guess. We won't be feeding everything out of here yet, because we still have a bunch of feed left in an ag bag from last year. So, but that's fine. This feed is starting to ferment pretty good, but then we keep feeding fermented feed, so it's not a problem with that. We did think about capping the silo off, like just putting a piece of plastic here, but this is what we decided was best. Just to feed about 3 or 4 inches off the top every day. This isn't a very big silo, it's only a 16 by 65, so that's not too hard for us to do with the number of cows we milk. And we're down now, so that means I can shut off this tractor. This tractor used to get a lot of blower hours on this farm from 1986 to pretty well, I think 2019 or so. This tractor did all the blowing of feed. 6430 does a little better of a job. Might need 2 hands to pull off the shaft, but blowing feed, because it's got a little more horsepower to it and a bigger turbo on it. But this tractor is really nice for pulling wagons, so yeah, but I thought I'd put it on here, get a couple more hours on it, and give it a little bit of PTO work to do. This tractor does do a lot of PTO work, but yeah, it gets on the blower pretty well every year at some point to do something. This year, this is all it did, was just blow air in the silo for 2 hours, but yeah. The next morning now, feeding cows, making the last load of feed, and I am opening up this silo, running out the feed. It's not perfectly level, so that's why it's not running too hard right now, but after a couple loads out of that silo, it'll be nice and even. It'll be good to keep feeding. No clear chute in this silo this year. Like the bag that the feed comes down, unfortunately, because that plastic piece that sits in silo doors got all chewed up. Fell out and the unloader chewed it up, so we didn't get a new one yet. Not really a big deal, but this other silo here, this 18 by 75, we do have it, but we're not using it right now because the feed is too dry. The haylage in this silo is 34% on the dry tester, so it's probably a little closer to 36%. And if I start feeding out of it really quick, I'll plug up the hood in the silo for the clear chute. So if I just don't use it, then I'll be fine. So that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, there you go. That is our other silo setup for the year. So we're all done moving feed for the year. Anyway, that is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.